Well, hello, my little keto-liciousnesses, right? We just making up words. Okay, so I'm going to give time for a few of you all to get on here. Who am I? I'm Garlinda Price, right? I'm a diamond with It Works Global, and I'm a pastor. You all already know that. Excuse me. I'm trying to get over a cold, but what are we talking about today? It's Fit Friday. We came to talk about keto because I'm getting so many pleas of desperation in my inbox and pleas of desperation in our group that you don't understand keto. What is keto? What is intermittent fasting? What are we doing here, people? Right? So, hey, Faith. So many people are telling me that they don't understand keto. They don't understand intermittent fasting. So I'm like, okay, let me just do a video so we can talk about it. And it is the first week in January, so people are freaking out because they want to lose weight, right? But y'all know y'all shouldn't have had all that Halloween candy and turkey at Thanksgiving and pound cake at Christmas and New Year's Eve turn up. Now we got to get all that stuff off, right? So I'm here to help you, but can we say this is how we're going to start? Okay, so again, I'm Garlinda Price. You all already know that. We have a closed weight loss group called My Body, My Way. And in that group, we focus on talking about keto and intermittent fasting. I'm hoping to get to this video before my voice decides to leave. I don't feel my best today. Anybody that I talked to earlier that saw me without makeup is going to be like, when you get all that makeup on, right? But I couldn't come over here looking horrible, right? So anyway, I want to talk to you about weight loss, right? So one thing I want to say is forgive yourself. Right? Don't dog yourself out. And I say this from experience. And so I just want to have a heart-to-heart with those of you that really are trying to lose weight. You know that you need to make a change, but you struggle with emotional eating, or you struggle with, mindless eating. That's just eating to be eaten. Like, I'm not an emotional eater. I'm just mindless eating, just eating because if I see somebody else eating, I get hungry. If I watch food channels, I get hungry. That's why I don't watch food shows, right? And so if I see food, I get hungry because I have this passion for food, right? So, because food makes you feel good. So one thing that I had to change to start and have a successful weight loss journey, and I'm certainly not exactly everywhere I want to be, but I've come a long way in my weight loss journey, right? I was looking back at some pictures from 2 or 3 years ago. I was like, dang, somebody should have told me I needed to lose all that weight, right? Because even in my face, I'm like, okay, you need to lose a little bit more weight, right? But we got to be on. Number one, we have to be honest with ourselves. And we got to say, okay, Garlinda, you know you can do better. Hey, Mona, we know, right? We know we can do better. And the other thing is, even though we know we can do better, we've got to forgive ourselves for what we ate yesterday and last year and the year before that. And if you've looked back on pictures and all of a sudden you're like, gosh, I really let myself go. Today is a great day to start over, right? It's a new year. It's a great day to start over. But what will make this year different food-wise and weight-wise and confidence-wise from last year and the year before that and the year before that, right? A decision. You've got to decide for yourself that you don't like being the size you are, or you don't like eating the way you eat, or you don't like the way you feel, or you don't like doing things the way that you're doing them. No one else can do that for you, right? Let me make sure my volume is turned up. And what I used to do is I would blame other people for where I was weight-wise, right? I would say, oh, well, my parents are predisposed for this, so this is just my shape and my size because I'm shaped like my mom or my grandma. That's a lie. I was made and formed in God's image, and he made me a unique individual, right? So I get to choose whatever my size is going to be. Now, yes, I may have a flat butt, right, and a little floppy stomach. I'm just kidding. That's hereditary. I'm joking. But there are things that I can control about my shape, my size, how I feel, what I eat, and all those things. Y'all forgive my little puppy. He's so disrespectful, right? And so the other thing is, I used to blame Marvin. So shout out to my lamb chop, my honey bunny, Pastor Marvin Price. I wish him safe travels. He's headed home from an amazing conference with some people he did, some young people at Job Corps out in, I think it was Cleveland. So God bless him and wishing him safe travels. But he was always and has been the same size since college. Yeah, we ain't been in college since 1991. Right? I know some of y'all say you were born in 91. Well, I wasn't. I was graduating from college in 91. And he has always been the same size. And what I would look at him and do, and I'd be like, he just makes me sick, right? He could eat, not literally, right? But he could eat fried chicken and not gain weight. He could drink sweet tea every day and not gain weight. He could eat in all kinds of pastas. Marvin is a junk food junkie, right? He's a junk food addict. So he's always slapping chips in his mouth or always eating candy and all these different things. But let me eat a candy bar. I'm a little like 2 tons of fun. But what I did was I would look at him and I'd be like, honey, can you just help me? Honey, help me lose weight. Honey, go walking with me. Honey, go work out with me. Honey, go jogging with me. Honey, hold me accountable. Honey, do this. And I was wearing him out, right? Now, he was patient with me. He wasn't rude or disrespectful. Hold on one second. Kayla, can y'all get y'all's puppy? Okay, so my honey bunny wasn't rude or disrespectful, but at some point he was like, Garlinda, right? He said, you have to make a decision about, he probably didn't say Garlinda because he didn't really call me by my first name. He said, sweetheart, you have to make a decision about what it is you want to do. I cannot do that for you. I cannot help you lose weight. I cannot make you lose weight. I cannot control what you eat. I can't control what you do. And so if you're just popping on here with us, we're talking about losing weight and keto and intermittent fasting, but first, we're talking about the discipline. Hey, Joanne, for Happy New Year. First, we're talking about the discipline that it's going to take and the mind shift it's going to take for you to get there. So what ended up happening was last year I had taken some pictures and I looked back over the pictures, not last year, the year before last is when I started losing weight. And I was like, dang. Right? Who let me get that big? Y'all ain't right? And my kids would say, Mommy, you're not big. Mommy, you're not fat. I wish there would just be a lie beep or a lie something that would happen when people lie to you and tell you don't need to lose weight and like an alarm would go off. Because then we would stop buying the next bigger size. We would stop buying the stretchy clothes, like allowing ourselves to go forward. I'm not dogging out people that love being heavier and they love their curves. Hey, do you, boo? Right? Do it. All the way live, all the way turned up. Do it. But for me, I'm 5'5", 5'6" at best, right? I used to say I was 5'7". I'm certainly not. I think I shrunk, right? But I'm 5'5", 5'6" at best. And there's only but so much weight my little frame can carry in order for me to feel healthy. And so what I realized I was doing and what I found out I was doing was every time I walked past a mirror, I'd be like, oh, you look terrible. Or every time it was time to get dressed to go somewhere, I'm fighting with the closet and I'm fighting with my clothes. Maybe you all have felt, if you felt the way or have felt the way I felt, put a 1 in the comment section. If you love who you are and you're all good with your size, put a 2. And we're saluting you because we all want to get to that place of self-love, right? But self-love has a lot to do with discipline. Number 1, self-love has a lot to do with, okay, this is where I am today. I'm going to forgive myself for the poor choices. I'm only talking to people that want to make a change. I'm not dogging out everybody that's curvy or heavier. If that's the way you want to be, it's perfect. Be that way. And if that's your build, be that way. But I know that my build is not what it was supposed to be. That's just me, right? Hey, Tanisha Craft. Hey, girl. And Sherelle, stop texting and driving, girl. Okay, I love y'all. And so I just, for me, I had to say, okay, I'm going to make the decision that I want to do something different. And the day that I decided in my mind that I'm going to do something different, it was no holds barred from there. Right? And so what I first had to do was stop putting the responsibility to lose weight and to feel better about myself and to get in the best shape of my life. I had to stop putting that pressure on my husband. I had to stop putting that pressure on my sister. I have a twin sister. Shout out to Dr. Patrice Carter. Love her. And I would call her and say, do you think I'm fat? Now, what twin sister is going to tell their other twin sister they look fat? Come on right now, right? They're not going to do that, right? Okay, I'm glad your partner's safe, right? You so sweet. Thank you. And I tried, right? And so who's going to tell their twin sister, girl, you look fat and you need to lose weight? Now, there's some people that will, but I don't have that type family, right? And so you got to make a decision that you're going to do something different. See, a lot of people in January right now, the gyms know that people are running back to the gyms in droves, right? I've never been a gym person. Number 1, I didn't used to like to sweat. Now I don't care. I don't mind. But I don't like working out in front of people because I have no rhythm, right? So like y'all know I'm a pastor, so if the music is going and we're trying to go to the beat at the same time, I can't dance and move at the same time, right? It's either we're going to be shaking our head and clapping, but we're not going to be trying to clap and move at the same time. So I didn't like going to the gym because I was like, I look goofy at the gym. I'm just not going to do that, right? So that was my excuse. And so when I decided that I was going to lose weight, and I'm getting on here for all the people that are frustrated, it's the first week in January, I love you, and because of the questions I'm getting, I want to come here to encourage you, right? So what I decided was, okay, if I'm going to lose weight, I'm all in. I'm all the way up, nothing can stop, right? I love that song. So I was all in, right? And so what did I do? First, I found products that would help me lose weight. I did. Now, that was a different product line that I was using before the products I'm going to talk to you about today. And this video is not about products, but I'm going to share them because some of y'all need products, right? Some people do not have the discipline with food only to lose the weight. They just don't, right? I didn't. So I'm not saying that everybody can't just make up a decision and say, I'm going cold turkey and I ain't eating sugar no more. Some people have that discipline. I'm going cold turkey and I'm never eating another potato chip. Some people have that discipline. I'm going cold turkey, I'm going to be a vegetarian. Now that's just outright crazy. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. My sister's a vegetarian and she loves it, right? So, but everybody doesn't have that same level of discipline. And so what you got to do is you got to make up in your mind, okay, God, I'm going to do the best I can do where I am with what I have. I'm going to forgive myself for the mistakes I've made. I'm going to do my best to not fall off the food wagon. And even when I make bad choices, I'm just going to suck it up. Say, you know what? Repent to yourself. Okay, Garlinda, I repent for eating half a sweet potato pie. I did. I ate half a sweet potato pie at Thanksgiving. Right when I went to visit my mentor and my sister in Christ, Mrs. Nina Rochelle Moore, shout out to her in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. She told me before I came up there, she said, we ain't making no keto mac and cheese with some cauliflower. Get your mind right. Right? So she's such an amazing cook. I ate like I had lost my mind. Now, I didn't beat myself up while I was there, right? Because she's little. She's petite. She's very small frame. You said, never experienced a leader like you. Oh, got me over here with the fire under my feet. Hello, it's like fire. Shut up in my bones, right? We're going to be successful together. Amen. Thank you for the compliment. It's all God. Hey, Raina, I love you. And so when I fall off the food wagon, I don't sit and dog myself out. I used to. I just say, Garlinda, you know what? You jammed that eating all the way up. You messed that all the way up. Time to start over, right? So that's what I want to share with you on today. Before you can decide to make the journey to be successful in your weight loss, before you can make the decision to be successful in exercising, and before you can make the decision to say, okay, I got this, we're going to make it happen, you got to, one, accept the fact that you're going to have some days when you don't do your best. That's in life, period, right? And then you have to make the decision for yourself. If I do fall off the wagon or if I do mess up, I'm going to forgive myself and start over tomorrow. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me, hey, Crystal, Happy New Year. A lot of people have been asking me about keto. So we have a closed weight loss group called My Body, My Way. You'll see it in the title of this live. So I want you to request to join, right? My Body, My Way, right? You said me. Hello, I fall off the food wagon. But this is another decision that I had to make for myself. So my husband and I have two different slogans about food. My slogan was, I live to eat, right? Like I love food, I live to eat. That was my slogan. Well, his slogan is I eat to live. So he's not all caught up in food. So that's why when we have arguments about, well, honey, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Well, what do you want to eat? And then all of a sudden it becomes this hangry argument. I know y'all have those if you're in a relationship. Put a 1 down there if you and your significant other, y'all argue when it comes to trying to figure out where we're going to eat, right? And I'm like, well, what do you want to eat? Like I always decide. Can't you make a decision? Like, man, dang, right? So I would get so mad about it. And he was like, Garlinda, look. Because y'all, he don't put up my mess. Garlinda, he said, Garlinda, look. I'm not like you. I don't love food, right? I don't live to eat. He's like, you wake up thinking about what's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? And it's true, I do. And so I had to get disciplined around eating to live and not living to eat. So that was a shift for me, right? So Raina said, I'm supposed to be vegan. And I've in 3 days and just I had oxtails, but there's always tomorrow. I know, right? We're like 5% ketoans, right? You're gonna get it together. You got this. And so we just can't put unnecessary pressures on ourselves. And so what I realized is I had to get out of my mindset of making my flesh feel good, right? Because there's a spiritual component to that too. Because just because something is good to you doesn't mean it's good for you. And what I realized as I started eliminating different foods from my diet, you know, not that I totally got rid of them, but if I didn't have them consistently, for example, chocolate chip cookies, when I tell you they rank right up there with air, oxygen, money, love, you know, that's how I feel about a warm chocolate chip cookie, right? It like ranks right up there with like next to heaven. But the thing about it is now when I eat them, they make me sick as a dog, right? Any type of sugar when I eat it, it's going to taste good going down. but I'm going to swell up. I'm going to get inflamed. I'm going to get sick on my stomach. So when you start to eliminate stuff from your body is going to start to reject it. You just got to give it time to be disciplined enough to avoid it. Just long enough for your body to say, I don't want that anymore. Right? So now I can walk past a plate of warm chocolate chip cookies and be like, I ain't eating that. Right? Unless there's certain times, and then I will eat one, and then I know I'm going to pay the consequences. I'm going to feel like doubling over sick because I don't eat like that all the time, right? So those are the decisions that you have to make going forward. So with keto, what is it about keto? So everybody, not everybody, that's too general a statement. Many people make keto difficult and more difficult than it has to be. So I'm going to make it keep it simple, sweetie, right? Keto is nothing more than high fats and good fats, protein, and limited carbohydrates. What does that look like? So a good protein, you can eat any type of meat on a ketogenic diet. Any kind, quail, ducks. I don't know why you'd want to eat a baby duck, but nevertheless, we'll talk about that later during your confession. I'm kidding, right? You can eat chicken, pork, beef, lamb, mutton. I don't even know what mutton is. Is that like sheep or lamb, right? Venison, veal, whatever, bison. You can eat any type of meat as a protein on a ketogenic diet. You can eat eggs on a keto, which is a form of protein. But what you should avoid are beans. And bean is considered a good source of protein for vegetarians, right? But if you're going to eat beans, you need to eat beans that are lower in carbohydrates, but you also are going to need something to block that fat. We have fat blockers. I'm going to talk to you about that. But beans really cause a lot of belly weight, right? And they're hot, they're starchy. And because of the starch turns to sugars from beans, which then is where the carbohydrates come into play. And so that's why a lot of times when you see people that are vegetarians or they're vegans or they're pescatarians, right? That means that if they're a pescatarian, I believe they've eliminated all meat except for fish and chicken. And so, or just now they do seafood and then everything else that's vegetarian related. But sometimes you'll see heavier vegetarians because they're getting too much dairy. They're getting too much cheese. The tofu is, is heavier because it's soy or either it's bean based. And so that's why a lot of times when you say, well, gosh, I thought they were a vegan, why are they heavy set? Because they're eating foods that are high in starch because they're making up for the meat that's not there. It's not that they're trying to make up for meat like they want meat. They're trying to find a substitute that's healthy that will still give them the proteins and the nutrients that they need, but still allow them to have a vegetarian diet. So if you eat a lot of beans, that's going to cause stomach weight. That's going to cause, not swelling, but like just chunkiness, right? And so that's something that I really struggled with keto is because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be giving up rice, if I'm going to be giving up potatoes, beans are something that gives you a feeling of fullness, right? So you can have them, but you want to stay under 25 grams of carbohydrates per day on a ketogenic diet. Now, if you're somebody that lifts weights, you can eat a few more carbs than the average person, right? Because you're lifting weights, but really you should be eating good carbs. We're going to talk about what is a good carb. So let's not overcomplicate keto, right? And I laugh about this all the time because my friend says I overcomplicate everything. She's like, keep it simple, right? So let's keep it simple. How do you keep keto simple? You can have vegetables, any kind except for vegetables that grow under the ground, right? So if you have to pull it up from the dirt, you can't have it. Do you pull carrots up from the dirt? Let's pretend we're in church. You pull carrots from the dirt? Amen. Yes, right? Do you pull turnips from the dirt? Amen. Yes, you cannot have them on keto, right? If you want to eat it and you're not on keto, fine. But I'm telling you what you can't have on keto. Can you pull potatoes from the dirt? You got to rake the dirt from over them and you're picking potatoes. You can't have it. Sweet potatoes, you're moving the dirt from over it. You're picking it up. You shouldn't have sweet potatoes, right? So when you're trying to figure out on a ketogenic diet, what can I eat? What can I have? Anything, any type of vegetable except those that grow underground. Okay, you're going to say, well, Garlinda, I am not George Washington Carver. I get that, right? So if you have to question whether or not you can have it, Google it. I mean, sometimes we ask questions that we really could figure out the answers for ourselves. But what it is we want people to tell us so we can take a shortcut and take the easy way around being committed to our own rescue, right? So we want to lose weight. And if we've decided we want to lose weight, we got to be all in to get the information. We got to be all in, willing to go do the research. We got to be all in, willing to go get the details of what we're going to do for our body type, right? So I already named all the meats you can have on a keto diet. It's any known meat, right? Sausage, bacon. Come on, who can't be successful on a diet where you can eat bacon? Come on now, unless you want to wrap the bacon around a brownie. That's a whole nother story, right? So you can have any kind of meat. You can have any type of vegetable with the exception of underground vegetables. You want to avoid beans on a ketogenic diet. And if you are going to eat beans, you need to find the type that are the lowest in carb form. And I don't know what those are. You have to research and look at the beans that you like. But I can tell you that pinto beans, black-eyed peas, black beans, they're anywhere from 17 grams of carbs to 25 grams of carbs. That's your whole carbohydrate allowance for the day in half a cup of beans. So what the keto diet is going to make you do is think before you eat, because you're going to be like, do I want to give up my whole 25 grams of carbs for a half a cup of beans? No, I don't. When I can have all this, like for instance, when I'm making chili, I'm like, okay, I can eat as much chili as I want until I'm full if I don't have all these beans in there. But if I put the beans in, I'm only going to be able to have a half a cup. That's going to make me mad, right? Because I'm all about, if I'm going to eat, I want to eat, right? So if I'm going to, so it makes me now conscious of what I'm going to eat, and I have to decide, do I want to eat that? You can have cheeseburgers without the bun. Is the bun even the best part of the cheeseburger anyway? No. The best part of the cheeseburger is the bacon, the blue cheese, the egg. I mean, whatever you put on yours. The ranch dressing that you can have, the fried onions, the fried green peppers, the mushrooms. You just can't have the bun, right? So we don't want to make it so complicated. When we say we're going to do keto, you cannot have bread on keto. Now, you can have bread or things like that are made from almond flour. But the thing is, even then, you can only have a specific amount. It's like a quarter of a cup of almond flour. So you can have one pancake made from almond flour. Is it worth it? Potentially, right? But you can't have the syrup unless you're going to go find some paleo syrup, or unless you're going to go make some. So I'm sharing with you the things you can have, excuse me, and not have on a keto diet. Miriam, will you bring me a bottle of water? Can you bring me a bottle of water? She's so sweet. Sorry about y'all. Okay. So, keto. Let's not make it complicated. You can't have pizza on keto, right? But in our private group, we shared a recipe for a cauliflower pizza crust. When I tell you it will change your life, oh my gosh, it's so good. We share recipes that are keto friendly. Thank you, baby love. I love you. And so when you think about what can you have to eat, you can have cauliflower. That's a good carb. I'm sorry, my throat hurts. You can have broccoli, right? That's a good carb. Raina, it was so yummy. So I think you're in our group, but go back and look under videos and you're going to see a recipe. And I actually walked you through how to make it on the video. But I also shared a YouTube video where there was a guy making it. And so you can have broccoli and cheese casserole. Hello, yum. So you can have, now you can't have the Velveeta cheese. You can't have processed cheese. You can't have processed cheese slices, like the little flat slices of cheese. You can't have that, right? But you can have real cheese, mozzarella, Gouda, blue cheese, feta cheese, all the yummy cheeses, sharp cheddar. You can have all of those cheeses, right? So let's not complicate keto. And that's what I feel like people are doing when they're asking questions. They're, you know, when you're sending me, and I don't mind you sending me messages, but I want to share with you as a group, because more than 4 or 5 people are sending me messages. Don't complicate it. Right? You cannot have fried foods on a ketogenic diet, right? You can't have fried fish. You cannot have fried chicken. Cook it in the air fryer, right? But even if you're going to put it in the air fryer, it can't be breaded, right? Unless you're going to bread it with like some type of almond, call coming in, be right back. You're so cute. Unless you're going to use some type of almond flour, and even then you can only use a certain amount. So you cannot have fried foods on a ketogenic diet, right? So it's not good for you anyway, right? And so if you are, now what you can have is the good fats are olive oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, I'm forgetting one, grass-fed butter, think those are it. So seed oils, right, or nut oils, but olive oil, grass-fed butter. Who can't live with butter and steak on a keto diet? Yum, right? So carrots, you can't have carrots. We talked about that. Do you want to do canned vegetables? Not really. If you can do fresh, it's better, but you can have canned greens, right? Because greens are getting ready to go out of season when it comes winter time, unless you live in a different environment. I'm in North Carolina, so we still have, fresh greens, but at some point when it's icy cold, they're not growing in the ground, they're importing them in, right? So those are the things that you can have. You can have turnip greens, collard greens, kale, any type of greens, any type of good carb, right? Like Brussels sprouts. So y'all look, I stayed on punishment when I was younger over Brussels sprouts, and now I have the nerve to eat them, right? My mom probably thinks I'm such a hypocrite. Every night that my mom made Brussels sprouts, this is the thing, I didn't like them because they were funky. They were little balls that were green that looked like something the cabbage, like a baby a cabbage gave birth to, and it was just gross, right? But now, who wouldn't eat a Brussels sprout with enough butter and garlic on it, right? Keto, right? So find what you love and eat lots of it. And as you're starting keto, you're going to become maybe a creature of habit, where at first you're eating the same things all the time. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Maybe every day you're eating eggs and bacon for breakfast because you don't know how to mix it up. Well, we share recipes over in our weight loss group. So I want to get to some products right quick, but I just want to share with you, those of you that are starting your weight loss journey for the new year, cut yourself some slack. But hold yourself accountable, right? Forgive yourself for wherever you are that you don't love where you are, and just say, okay, Garlinda, from today forward, we're starting over. Now, you might have been ratchet in your eating yesterday, but today you're going to get it together. We're going to have a great day. And when you start wanting the cravings for different things, you need to go find a substitute. So what I found was, I shared on a video earlier in our private group, and I want you to go join it if you're not in there. We have a private weight loss group that focuses on keto and intermittent fasting called My Body, My Way. Happy New Year, everybody that's joining us. And my weakness is crunchy stuff. Like, I just love the sound of crunching in my mouth. Even though I'm not hungry, I'll just slap kettle cooked potato chips in my mouth, or popcorn, because I love the crunch of it, right? So the Skinny Pop popcorn, oh my God, is the best thing known to man. You can have 3 cups and it's only 14 grams of carbs. That's half the bag. So I start thinking about the bang for my buck. I can eat a half a bag of Skinny Pop popcorn if I want to, following the keto diet, and it just means the rest of the day I can't have but 11 more carbs. So what? I just need to plan out my 11 carbs. But even better, okay, so better than that, I found pork skins. Now, the thought of a pork skin, it kind of messes with me in my mind, because it's the skin of a pig shaved off. I really it's foul, to think about. So I have to just go into a zen place when I'm eating it, to not think about what I'm eating, right? It's like eating a hot dog, right? You know what a hot dog is, and you kind of just get grossed out about it. But the fact that the pork skins are less than 5 grams of carbohydrates, come on. That is the perfect keto snack. Walnuts are a perfect keto snack, but you can only have a handful, right? You can only have a handful of walnuts, because anything other than that is going to put you over the number of fats that you need for the day. You can do almonds. You can do sunflowers, right? You want to kind of avoid peanut butter and almond butters, even though you can have almond butter. You just want to avoid them because they are high in carbohydrates, higher than what you really would want. You can do almond milk, right? You shouldn't do regular milk. You shouldn't do yogurt, but you can do heavy whipping cream, right? So we're going to talk about a keto coffee in a second. I'm going to share with you the recipe that I have that my mentor made for me and my friend. Oh my gosh, and it was so good, it changed my coffee life, right? So you can have black coffee, you can have black tea, you can have green tea, right? You can have sweetened tea with stevia. But one thing you have to give up if you're going to decide to lose weight is sugar. You got to get off the sugar binge. Do you know that sugar is the equivalent of heroin? And I'm not joking, right? I know I've been joking this whole time, but I'm being serious now. It's like, it's an addiction. And what sugar is, it's like a drug. And so when you eat sugar, that's why the body craves more and more and more of it. And heroin has a derivative of sugar in it. That's what makes it so addictive. That's why it tears people's skin up that are heroin addicts, right? It's because of the sugar that's in there. So whenever I want you to notice this the next time you eat sugar. And it may not do this to you. I'm telling you what it does to me. Whenever I eat a lot of sugar, or even now, if I just eat a chocolate chip cookie, which I told you that's the next best thing to right up there in the stratosphere near heaven, right? But when I eat it, it affects my mood. I almost immediately get angry. I'm like, what am I mad about? One day I figured it out. I ate a Panera chocolate chip cookie years ago. I was so angry, like to the point of I needed to talk to myself. And I realized that sugar affects our mood. Sugar is an acid that eats at the lining of the stomach. And so what happens is once you eat it, the body keeps craving it, like wanting more of it. So if you want to have put a serious dent in your weight loss, you've got to fast from sugar. And it's not fun, right? But there are substitutes. You can do monk fruit sweeteners. You can do stevia sweeteners. And what it is you're going to have to be disciplined to adjust your taste. I found that I hear this a lot from people. Well, what's the texture like? Right? Or what does it taste like? You're going to have to adjust your taste, right? You didn't always love Brussels sprouts. You didn't always love eggs, like okra. Completely foul, and the slime of it just like totally turns my stomach, right? But I'll eat an okra, right? Because at some point I got over the fact that it was slimy and it was like a vegetable made of spit, right? I know that's kind of too much, but you got to get over it. Everything that's good for you isn't always going to have the perfect texture. It's not going to always taste so great, but it's a mental thing, and losing weight is a mental thing, right? So if you want to lose weight, you've got to get over your sugar addiction. You've got to eliminate sodas from your diet. You have to, right? Because I had a friend of mine in our weight loss group, and shout out to her. She'll know who she is. I'm not going to call her name out. But she fasted from sodas for a week and lost 3 pounds just like that, right? So if you say, excuse me, that you're serious about losing weight, there are going to be some things that you've got to become disciplined about and that you're going to need to get out of your diet. And the reason why I'm being serious about it is because, especially for those of us that are in ministry, right? And why do I say that? Because when I look back on the pictures where I was, the Holy Spirit, I was like, God, I need you to help me lose weight. And the Lord said, I need you to lose weight because where I'm sending you, them demons going to wear you out. They're going to run you around that pulpit and to shape you, and you ain't going to be outrun a demon, right? I'm joking. There's not going to be a demon there behind me. But the Lord said, where I want to send you and where I want you to go, you've got to get in shape because there's going to be, you're going to be going a lot. You're going to be moving a lot, and you're going to be around a lot, and you need clarity. You need mental clarity. So whenever we're heavier and we're up in front of people, there were 2 things that were going on when I'd be preaching in front of people. I'd be worried about, what am I looking like? Do I look fat in this dress? Is my robe too tight? Do I have a double chin? Am I going to look fat when we take pictures? The Lord said, you can't do my work worried about stuff like that. Right? So that's for the people that are in ministry. I mean, that you may not be shallow like that. And I don't think I was shallow in my thinking. I think I was self-conscious and had low self-esteem as it related to that, right? So welcome everybody that's just joining. So keto is not something you need to complicate. Keto just means you don't need to eat any white foods. What is a white food? A potato. What is a white food? Grits. What is a white food? Flour. What is a white food? Bread, toast, biscuits, pancakes. They're made from white flour, right? White sugar, white potatoes. You don't want to do sweet potatoes either. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, I heard sweet potatoes are good for you. Not if you're doing keto. Now, if you're just doing a regular paleo or Whole30 diet, or you're just a vegetarian, not just a vegetarian, but you're following a vegan lifestyle, then have your sweet potatoes. But I'm talking specifically to keto, right? And if you're following a keto lifestyle, you do not want to have sweet potatoes. The things you want to avoid, we already talked about. You want to, Snapple used to be my thing. Oh my Lord, me and some peach Snapple and kiwi strawberry, we're like the best of friends. We run like 4 flats, right? But I don't drink them anymore. Why? Because I was drinking my calories. I want you to think about next time you go to drink a soda. Look at the carbohydrates on it. It's about 40 to 41 grams of carbs, not to mention the sugar. That's where your weight is coming from, right? So as you begin to narrow down the things that you're doing, you'll be able to figure out and find out, what can I do to adjust? What do I need to eliminate from my diet? So let's talk about some products. So the first thing I want to talk about is a cleanse, right? So this is how It Works cleanse. There's 4 bottles in here. Have I opened it? There's 4 bottles. It's a 2-day cleanse, right? So it's 4 little bottles. When you get them, you shake them up. You drink 1 before breakfast and you drink 1 before dinner. The second day, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take the other 2 out of the box. You're going to shake them up. You're going to drink 1 before breakfast and 1 before dinner. And what that's going to do is it's going to get your system moving. And it's going to act like a probiotic. And it has blue-green algae in it. It's a delicious cleanse. It tastes like a sweet and sour lollipop. I don't want to go through all the ingredients, but you can go to my website. But it has aloe vera in it. It has blue agave extract in it. It is really yummy. It tastes just like a lemon sweet and sour lollipop. So you got to shake it really well. And when you drink it before breakfast and you drink it before dinner, it's going to help to break down the food in your system. Now, you're not going to be held hostage at home over the porcelain god. right? Meaning you're not going to be running to the bathroom, right? So you're going to be good, right? And I don't mean the toilets of God. It's just a figure of speech, right? I don't know what y'all thinking. I mean that. So you're going to start with a cleanse. You're going to clean your gut out, right? Because disease cannot live in an alkaline state. Once you have a clean gut and your food is moving, then your body will begin to work, right? Because if you have a sluggish system, if you have a slow system, if you have slow metabolism, it's going to be harder for you to lose weight. So another thing that you're going to do is you're going to stop drinking all those sodas, right? So you're going to get some greens on the go. They come in these little packets inside the box, right? I drank this in this whole box, but this was the closest box I could grab for you all. So there's 30 that come in the box. It comes in a berry flavor or orange flavor. Currently I'm drinking the orange, but the berry is the best. And what you're going to do is you're going to snip the top off, and you can put it inside a bottle of water. You're going to shake the bottle up, and you're going to run and be on about your day. And it's going to give you, it's going to alkalize your body, right? Because it's processed fatty foods and pollutants. Those things stay in the body in stress, right? So the greens are going to help alkaline your system, because guess what? Cancer and disease cannot live in a highly alkaline state. So this is going to be great for you and for your health. Also, it's going to give you balance in your body. It's going to give you 32 fruits and vegetables and 52 herbs. It's a superfood, right? It's a super powder. It's also going to detoxify your system. It's going to break down all the food that's been stuck in your 6 feet of intestines and help move that sludge out of your body. So that's what you can use in place of sodas and lemonade and drinks. It's really yummy. You could put it inside of a shake, right? If you're someone that likes to do green smoothies, you can put it in water. You can put it in orange juice if you're not following keto. If you're following keto, you're just gonna have to put this in your water. It's yummy, and drink it and call it a day, okay? I do put it in a shake, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. So the next thing I wanna share with you is that our keto coffee. Oh my gosh, Becky. When I tell you I'm a coffee snob, I never drank coffee. Well, I would drink coffee growing up when I was trying to be cute with my grandma. And you know how your grandma makes you a little cup of coffee and you hold your pinky up and you think you're cute. I did that growing up, but it was mainly cream, right? So as an adult and as a young adult, I was not a coffee drinker. But when I moved to DC, the Maryland area, I ended up running a group of stores, 7-Eleven stores, and I was a field consultant, basically a district manager. And because I had to be there late or be there in the evening, different shifts, excuse me, to work with the franchise owners, I started drinking coffee. And so from there, I became a coffee addict, right? And I struggled to start my day without a cup of coffee. And so now that we've joined this business and we partnered with this business and another one we were in before, now I have a keto coffee. And what I love about the keto coffee is it helps keep me in ketosis. It helps me stay on track with my weight loss. Why? Because it has MCT oil in here. It has grass-fed butter. It has collagen for my skin, because at 50, I don't want to look 50. I mean, because now people that are 50 are looking better, but I don't want to look like the Crypt Keeper, right? So I'm all about, you know, hair, skin, and nails, excuse me. So it has milk in it also, so you don't need a bunch of cream. If you put like too much creamer in here, it's going to be too creamy, right? Because it is such a creamy packet of yummy goodness. But I want to give you the recipe that my friend and my mentor made for me when I went to visit her in her home. I had such a great time. I honestly, y'all, didn't want to leave. I was like, Nina, I'm moving my whole family up here. So we have something called the chocolate greens on the go. And the chocolate greens on the go is the chocolate greens. These are the greens on the go, the little packet. But we also have greens that come in a container, and this one happens to be a chocolate, right? So inside here, I'm going to try not to drop it, is a little scoop. You see the scoop in there? And so when you go to put your packet of coffee in a cup, I'm going to make one later on so you can see it, but I've made it on video plenty of times. You're going to tear open your packet of keto coffee. You're going to take a scoop of the greens. I'm greedy. I do 2 scoops of the greens. Why? Because the greens are going to balance out your alkalinity. They're going to detox your body. And they're going to give you your daily allowance of fruits and vegetables. 34 fruits and vegetables, 52 superfoods. And what it's going to do is when you mix it with your keto coffee, it is going to taste like a hot chocolate once you add your creamer. I know you're like, Garlinda, that has sugar in it, but not a lot. You're not drinking a lot of this, right? So even on keto, I've still managed to lose weight. I still drink my coffee. This is the only sugar I allow myself when I'm being strict about keto, okay? So there's 35 calories. 1 tablespoon is only 5 grams of sugar. 1 tablespoon is only 5 grams of carbohydrate. So you can't be sitting there tipping the creamer, filling up half a cup of creamer. This is being on keto is gonna cause you to do more with less, okay? Because the keto coffee is already creamy. The chocolate greens are already sweet. You don't need to add a bunch of this. Add you a tablespoon or two. That's only 10 grams of carbs for the day. And it's going to be the perfect cup of yummy goodness. It's going to get you into ketosis, and it's going to help you lose weight. If you've been watching the pictures that we've been sharing, there are people that literally have lost 30 pounds with just the coffee. This is not rocket science. Keto is like the next best thing since sliced bread. But if you say, well, Garlinda, I'm not a coffee drinker. I like tea. We have a keto creamer. Right? So whenever I was running out of my keto coffee and I was forced to drink regular coffee, poo, hiss, hiss, we have our keto creamer, which does the exact same thing as the keto coffee. It's going to burn fat. It's going to increase the ketones in your body, which puts you into ketosis. It's going to help you follow a keto lifestyle. I'm going to tell y'all 2 more things you can't have, and half of y'all will probably hang up on me when I say it, right? But this has the MCT oil, grass-fed butter, collagen, and pink Himalayan salt. It is yummy. You can even put this on food. You can include this in smoothies. You can include it in yogurt. Like if you do yogurt and granola, if you're following keto, you're not eating yogurt, you're not eating fruit, and you're not eating granola. So I'm only talking to people that are not following keto, right? And if you're going to eat yogurt and granola, but you can put it on there. You can put it on a salad in your salad dressing. You can put it in any type of food. It's not going to have a taste. And what it's going to do is it's going to amp up your ketones in your body to get you into ketosis. I've used this whole thing. I'm waiting on a new one to come in. But there's a scoop in there. And the scoop, you scoop it out by 1 scoopful. Put that in. You can put this in your tea, right? So if you're someone that says, I don't drink coffee, I drink the Queen's tea, right? Then you can put this in your tea. I don't drink tea. Unless I have a cold like right now. But you can use it for that. The other thing that I recommend is a shake. Right? So a meal replacement shake. Now, when I tell y'all, I'm somebody that was not a fan of shakes, right? Because this is going to be TMI, but when I would drink protein shakes in the past, they would make me where I had a hard time using the restroom, right? I know that's a lot of information, but we're talking about health stuff. Y'all be with this. Pretend we're brothers and sisters, right? My friend and brother, Bishop Kareem Corbin, is on here, so he's probably seen worse with Miriam when she was a baby. He knows what I'm talking about, inside joke, right? So I tried the shake because it came with my kit when I partnered with It Works Global, and I was like, Lord, please don't let it be nasty, because if it is, I'm not going to be able to talk about it, because I'm not going to lie to you and tell you something's good when it's not. So what concerned me about drinking the shake, I was like, is it going to make me constipated? Is it going to be gritty? Is it going to be grainy? Is it going to be nasty? What's the texture going to be like? But the same conversation we had earlier, right? What is it going to taste like? And I was stressing about it. Oh, my honey bunny just landed in Raleigh. So Marvin, in case you see my video, love you. But don't call me right now. I'm doing a video, right? So this is a chocolate version of our protein shake. And it is so yummy. I'm going to try to open it up without spilling it. But I've used half the bag already. So you see half the bag is gone. But it's supposed to be a 30-day supply. But I swear this is at least a 90-day supply. It is a huge bag. But what I love about it is a plant-based protein. And what I realized while the other shakes were making me where I couldn't use the restroom is because they were made of whey. And they had soy. And the soy derivative in the shakes was making me constipated because my body doesn't process soy. So like if I tried to eat soy-based products, like other people trying to lose weight, it just made me constipated. So that's what I was able, when you start changing your eating, you're gonna be able to narrow down things that don't work for your body. And so when I tried the shake for the first time, I was doing cheetah flips because I followed a recipe that I had seen somebody make online, and it tasted like a Wendy's Frosty. Then I did one where I added peanut butter. Now that made me sick to my stomach because my body doesn't process peanut butter, but I just wanted to see if it would taste like a Reese's cup, and it did, and oh my God, it was so good. But now I don't do peanut butter, I'll do almond butter, but only every now and again. So it is an amazing shake, and what's awesome about it is it's a proprietary plant protein blend of pea protein and an organic sprouted brown rice. It has cocoa powder, so that's where the chocolate taste comes from. And it doesn't have any sugar. It only has 4 grams of carbohydrates. So it's perfect for somebody that is following a ketogenic diet. Now let's say you want to gain weight. This is a perfect shake that you can use as a meal replacement to lose weight, or you can use it and add it to a meal to gain weight. And then we have another shake called ProFit. And the ProFit shakes are perfect for someone that works out. This one is perfect for people that work out and that lift weights. as well, because it's going to help you to build lean muscle mass and to get shredded and to get cut. So it is an excellent shake. Also, it doesn't have, it's soy-free, dairy-free, it's vegan-friendly, and it's non-GMO, non-genetically modified. And it is yummy. It's chocolate. Come on now. I have not tried the vanilla one, but I just ordered it. So what some people are doing, so they're not making several different things at once, because don't we all want an easy lifestyle, right? So some people are taking the coffee, they're mixing it with the shake, they're taking their greens, and they're putting it all together. You can either mix it with almond milk or you can make it with water. I never have almond milk, so I always make it with water. And it is so fast. I haven't tried it with the coffee, but I have tried it with the greens and just the shake, and it is amazing. And you add a lot of ice. It's like the best thing, right? So if you're really looking to lose weight, we're talking about keto. We're going to talk about intermittent fasting, and then I'm going to go. But I'm talking specifically to people that say, you know what, I need some products to help me jumpstart my weight loss. I did. Right? I used products first. For 2 months, I used products before I started exercising. So by the time I started exercising, I had already lost like 9 or 10 pounds, right? So if you're someone that has a slow metabolism, you need these products, right? Don't take my word for it. I mean, maybe you want to be like Joseph Newman. Shout out. Joseph and I, this is our ongoing joke. He said now he was a teddy bear before, but now he's down from a size 54 pant waist. And when I saw him, he has to be below a 44. He has to be in a 42 waist, but I don't want to exaggerate. But he went from a 54 pant to a 44 pant. And he's lost close to 52 pounds, I believe. And so now he said that he's the teddy without the bear. Oh my gosh. So shout out to my friend and Double Diamond in our company, Joseph Newman. And then Anita Christian, my sister in Christ, another fellow rock star in our business. She's 57 years old. She has 7 children, I believe. I forget how many grandchildren. And she's lost over 55 pounds, I believe, up to date on our products. And so even though Joseph is 23, Anita's at the other end of the spectrum at 57. She's not over the hill. She's just going up the hill, right? And people are losing weight on these products. So don't believe it when you say, oh, well, I tried them before and it didn't work. No, did you really work it? I'm just asking, because I've lost weight. And I don't need to get on here and lie to anybody about some weight loss. So I wonder, were you really committed? Were you really sticking with not drinking sodas? Were you really leaving the chicken pastry alone, y'all? Because I used to love some chicken pastry now. Were you really not going to the buffet, eating 2 and 3 times? Come on now. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But if you say you want to lose weight, it's not okay. Right? You got to eliminate those things. So 3 more things I'm going to share with you, and then we're going to go. Let me drink some water. I love you. Shout out Bree Bree. Hey, Les Mont Hill, Bishop Hill. So another thing that is working for people is our wrap, right? I should have picked up one that had a wrap in it. This is one already used up. But these are our wraps. And what do? Okay, so the wrap is a handmade wrap that you put on any area of the body. It is exclusive to It Works. It's handmade, and it has a solution inside of it that you rub around, and then you're going to put it on your body. I'm going to share with you a picture right quick. When you put the wrap on your body, you put it either on your arms if you want to if you want to tone, tighten, and firm your arms. You can put it around your stomach. You can put it around your thighs. You can put it around your neck. We have one for the face, and it is our ultimate body applicator that is going to tone, tighten, and firm. It has a green tea extract. It has an amazing ingredient list in here that when you put it on, it is going to tone, tighten, and firm. Now, let's get one thing clear. This is not the death shroud they had around Jesus, right? So when you take it off, you're not going to be down 20 pounds. It's not a miracle shroud, but you will be toned, tightened, and firm. I've been sharing pictures of friends of ours at wrap parties and that have wrapped and where they've lost weight. You've seen me post pictures of my friend and fellow business partner, rock star Martha Iyabi. Oh my gosh, her before and after photos. I was like, Martha. She looks so good. And so when I'm sharing with you pictures of the Ultimate Body Applicator, there's 4 wraps that come per package. So in this package would be 4 individual wraps. And when you put them on, We like to say that 4 reps is a treat, 8 reps is a treatment, and 12 reps is an experience, right? Because not everybody is going to see the same level of results when they first use the wrap. And so back in the day, if you were that person that got a wrap and you wrapped once and you were like, well, nothing happened. Well, number one, did you drink all the water you were supposed to drink? You're supposed to drink half your body weight in water, right? And then the results you see 72 hours after the wrap. Now, many people are going to see results 45 minutes after they take the wrap off. But over the next 3 days, you're going to see results from the wrap. So there's 4 in here. You can wrap every 72 hours and you're going to see phenomenal results. Now, it is for toning, tightening, and firming. It is not for weight loss. And so here's a quick little postcard of what it looks like and what it does, right? So this is called our crazy wrap thing. So you can put it on your stomach. You can put it on back fat. You can put it on your lower waist area. You can put it on your thighs. You can put it on your upper thigh. And you can put it on your arms to tone, tighten, and firm. This is a coupon for $25. So if you are in our local area, we will wrap you for $25. It's $25 per area because there's 4 wraps that come in here. So if you want to wrap your waist, your stomach, your thighs, your arms, it's going to be $25 per wrap, right? Because 1 wrap per body part. But this same process, and what's awesome about this being exclusive to It Works wraps, 1 wrap, just 1, there's 4 that come in this packet for $59 as a loyal customer. If you want to pay retail, it's $99 before shipping and tax. But 1 wrap in a spa-like environment is $300. This same wrap that you're going to put on your body in the comfort of your own home with a girlfriend helping you wrap it, or you can wrap yourself. It's easy to use. And we send you a little video to watch that tells you when to wrap it, drink the water, measure yourself beforehand, take a before and after photo. We walk you through the process of what to do when you purchase the wrap. But this same 1 wrap out of the 4 that's in here is a $70 to a $300 service at most high-end spas. You're doing it for $25, okay? So if you want to get some of your girlfriends together and you want me to come over and wrap you and your girlfriends, it's $25 per girlfriend. We'll do a stomach, we'll do a thigh. It's $25 per body part. And this is what it's going to look like. So it's going to tone, tighten, and firm. That's her before picture where she had the little flap down there. This was after. This is 45 minutes later. Okay? So it's going to tone, tighten, and firm. Last 2 products we're going to talk about, and I'm going to leave you alone because I've honestly been on here longer than I expected to be. Thank you for hanging out with me today. The Advanced Fat Fighter, okay? This is one of my best friends. Like, one of my best friends is on here. I just spoke to, shout out to Sabrina Richardson, right? And my sorority sister, right? So some of my best friends are on here, but this is really one of my best friends. I love y'all, but I love this too, right? So I'm joking. And so if you are an emotional eater, if you're someone that craves sweets, right? And you're someone that falls off the wagon when you see pasta and you see bread. Like, I'm not a pasta fanatic. I'm not a fan of bread, right? But many people are. And so if you're someone that loves potatoes and french fries and anything that is starchy, that is your middle name, then you want to get our Fat Fighters. And what it's going to do is it's a carb inhibitor. You see it right there. So what that means as a carb inhibitor is when you eat carbohydrates, what the Fat Fighter is going to do is you're going to take 2 Fat Fighters per day after your heaviest meal. So let's say that breakfast is your heaviest meal, because you know some of y'all eat like y'all are eating at the Cracker Barrel and the IHOP every day for breakfast. I see pictures people are posting for breakfast on Saturday morning. I said they're going to be sleeping about an hour, right? Because it's a lot of carbs, right? And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you love. Well, if you're trying to lose weight, there's something wrong with it. Let me stop candy coating, right? But if you're not trying to lose weight, no big deal, enjoy it. But if you say, Garlinda, I got to get it under control, right? Then this is our carb inhibitor. It's called our Advanced Fat Fighter. It's only $25 as a loyal customer, and I'll talk to you about how to be a loyal customer at the end. And what the Fat Fighter is going to do is it's going to absorb 78% of the carbohydrates that are in your food that you eat on a daily basis, and it's going to absorb 30% of the fats. It's not going to take all of it out of your system. So this is for the people that say, oh, today I'm on the diet. Y'all know I'm on the diet. And y'all sneak in the kitchen and get the donut out the break room. Y'all know y'all do it, right? Or you say, I know I'm on a diet, and then you all of a sudden are hungry for everything. I never think I'm hungry until I decide I want to lose weight. Now I want to eat everything I never even thought about eating, with the exception of liver, because eating somebody's organ is just, I don't know, that's totally out of control. No offense to y'all that like it, but I just can't do it, right? So the Advanced Fat Fighter will eliminate 78% of the carbs, 30% of the fats. It is an awesome product for those of you that know that when you're trying to lose weight, you are going to fall off the wagon because your discipline is not there yet. You would take 2 of these every day, with your after your largest meal. So if you ate dinner and that's your largest meal, you can take it anywhere from 15 minutes to 60 minutes after you eat, and it's going to absorb the fat. The next product, and this is not our newest packaging, but the newer package hasn't come yet. We have a new product called ThermoFight X. It's going to take the place of our ThermoFight. So the ThermoFight X, what it is it's clinically proven to help people lose 31 pounds in 90 days. So this is our regular ThermoFight. So now we have a new product that's going to take the place of this called ThermoFight X. And what it's going to do is going to increase your metabolism. It's going to help you to burn fat. It's going to help rev up your metabolism to help you lose weight as a plant-based formula, but it's clinically proven. So that's why we can make the medical claim that it's been clinically proven to help you lose 31 pounds. On average, all participants lost 31 pounds in 90 days. In 90 days, it'll be what? January, February, March. Or February, March, April, or March, April, May, or April, May, June. We're getting close to summer, right? So don't wait until April and be like, you got any more of that ThermoFight X? Because that product is going to sell out. If you order it now, it will ship on January 11th. The ThermoFight X is on my website, which is fitrichlife.com. Let me see if I can share it in here. I don't think I can. Let's see if it'll let me. It's not going to let me share the hyperlink, but I'm just going to give you the name of it. So my website is fitrichlife.com. I didn't spell it right. Y'all give me a second. So the ThermoFight, what it's going to do is it's going to increase your metabolism. It's going to help you burn fat. And it's perfect for people that have a sluggish metabolism. So like when I started trying to lose weight and I wanted to lose weight, my metabolism was sluggish. It was just slow. I feel like I've always had a slow metabolism, but I don't know. You know your body better than you do. That's why I said I needed product aids to help me lose weight. So our ThermoFight X is replacing this product, the ThermoFight, and it's like ThermoFight on steroids, right? But it's plant-based, and that is what is so awesome about it. So I've gone through the whole product line of what I wanted to share with you. I share with you to give yourself grace, right? Start over tomorrow if you're trying to lose weight. Watch the video again of the things that you can and cannot eat if you're following keto and intermittent fasting. Go join our private weight loss group, My Body, My Way. We share recipes and everything under the sun in there. You don't even have to think about it, right? But when you go over there, don't email me and say, Garlinda, what can I eat? Look, because I'm going to say, go look at the video. Garlinda, what can I have? I'm going to say, go look at the photos, because we share so much information ad nauseum, right? Garlinda, what can I cook? Go look at the recipes, right? Because what I want you to do and what I had to do, and this is why I'm doing it, it's not because I'm being mean. I had to take an active role in my weight loss. I had to take an active role in my fitness. I had to take an active role in getting healthy. And I could not depend on Donna. Hey, Donna Clack. I could not call Donna and say, Donna, what we supposed to be doing to lose weight? What am I going to do? Donna don't know how much weight I'm trying to lose. Donna doesn't know my body. I need to go research it for myself, right? Just like the Word of God says, we got to work out our own soul salvation. We got to work out our own weight loss, right? And so we have to put action into the things that we say we want. Last thing I'm going to share with you is the intermittent fasting. Don't complicate it. Intermittent fasting is nothing more than skipping certain meals. And you pick the ones you're going to skip, right? So today I didn't feel so great, and yesterday. So earlier this week, I skipped 2 meals. I skipped breakfast and lunch and ate dinner before 8 o'clock. So if you want to go hardcore like that, or you don't care about skipping breakfast and lunch, and the reason I say it's hardcore because most people think they're starving by 12 if they haven't eaten. But I'm somebody that would rather work than eat. Eating sometimes is an inconvenience, right? Because I have a lot to do. So I skipped breakfast and lunch, but because I wasn't feeling well yesterday and today, I said, let me eat breakfast, right? So then since I ate breakfast, I skipped lunch. Or if I ate lunch, I skip breakfast. Or you can skip dinner. So don't complicate it. Just pick. I'm going to skip a meal. For this week, you're going to skip breakfast. For this week, you're going to skip breakfast and lunch. For this week, you might skip all your meals on 2 days. Just pick one. And so over on our page in our My Body, My Way group, it's our weight loss group called My Body, My Way. We gave you the option of 3 different intermittent fasts. Pick the one that works for you, but you want to eat, if you're going to eat breakfast, you want to eat at 8 o'clock or after. If you're going to eat dinner and not skip dinner, you want to eat it before 8 o'clock. You want to try every night to have your last meal before 8 o'clock at night. And I know many of you are going to be like, but I'm a late night slacker. Literally. I'm a late night snacker. Go to bed, right? Cut the TV off. Or if you're someone that likes to munch and watch television, or munch and eat while you're watching the television, you're going to need to make some better choices. Drink some water. Didn't your grandma used to say that, right? I'm going to go on that, right? I know y'all like, you ain't my mama, you ain't the boss of me. But if you say you want to lose weight, you got to fall in love and begin to have a love affair with water. Because other than that, your body is not going to work like it should work. And it's not going to work as optimally as it should work if you're not drinking a lot of water. And I'm not talking about y'all pretending to be like my daddy who drinks the ice, you know, the flavored water. Daddy, that ain't water. That's some old flavored carbonated stuff, right? But he didn't listen to us. He's too old now. So I'm going to try to get to y'all before y'all get too old. Drink water. It's going to make a huge difference in your weight loss. So I'm Garlinda. I've talked way too long, but I wanted to share with you why you're going to be successful on keto when you decide to, why you're going to lose weight when you decide to, and why you're going to be successful on intermittent fasting once you decide to, okay? So I love you all. Again, I share my website with you. It is fitrichlife.com. Order your products and let's get started on your weight loss journey. If I went too fast and you had questions, message me. You know you can call me, 910-494-7798. Now don't y'all call me about something crazy if I don't know you now. I'm just kidding. Text me or call me, 7798. International calls are welcome. My country code is 1. Okay? So there you go. So I hope you all have a great Friday night. Excuse me. But start over tomorrow. Okay? I love you. Bye.